Well, the Murdaugh family is back in the headlines. Buster Murdaugh, the son of convicted killer Alec Murdaugh, filing a defamation lawsuit against several media organizations, including Netflix and Warner Brothers. Buster says they linked him to the death of a former classmate named Stephen Smith in their docuseries spotlighting the Murdaugh case.
The Murdaughs would just make someone disappear.
There were so many rumors that Buster and Stephen were intimate together.
Stephen's death is now intertwined with the Murdaugh.
That is just one of the docuseries at the center of this case, and the lawsuit claims the series implies the Murdaughs, specifically Buster, is linked to Stephen Smith's death. Stephen Smith was found dead in 2015 on a road near the Murdaughs' South Carolina estate. In March of last year, Buster denied what he called the baseless rumors that connected him to Smith's death. NewsNation spoke to Smith's mother late last year about why she thought the Murdaughs could be or should be looked into in the death of her son.
There is a hope in your family. Ms. Smith, what can you tell us about why you believe the Murdaughs have to be looked at in the murder of your son?
I think that when Buster's name came up the first time in this investigation, that being a parent, you would do everything that you could do to clear your child's name. But you wait 8 years later and your son writes a letter that he had nothing to do with it. You should have did that 8 years ago. It's going on 9 now.
Again, Buster has denied any connection and wrongdoing. Joining me now, trial attorney Chandelle Summer. Welcome to you, and thanks for being here. Does Buster have a strong case, a strong defamation case here?
I've read the complaint that Buster Murdaugh's attorney filed, and it appears that what they're saying is that these networks have created a false narrative in order to sell viewers on this particular series, and there have been several of them linking Buster Murdaugh to the death of Stephen Smith, and you just can't do that. You can't, if you are a media outlet, create a false narrative with reckless indifference to the truth. And that's what the lawsuit claims, that they don't have any evidence, that Stephen Smith was in fact walking along a public street because of the fact that he ran out of gas when he was struck by a vehicle. That was a hit and run, and they've never been able to catch the perpetrators of that crime. So there is a grand jury investigation going on in the state of South Carolina looking into the culpability of other individuals, not including Buster Murdaugh, and that he has never been identified as a suspect in that case, and that he in fact did not commit that crime. So for the media to sensationalize this situation and do it for the purpose of selling viewers on watching these particular documentaries is, it's a violation of his rights, and he's brought a lawsuit. And I think it was a very good move, because the way the rumor mill kind of gins itself up, eventually people begin to believe whatever the narrative is. So to shut it down by telling these media outlets, stop, put up or shut up is more like it, I think is a very good idea.
I know a company like Netflix and some of these other Warner Brothers have some high-powered attorneys. What do you think will be their legal response to this, and how do these issues generally resolve themselves?
Well, there's already been a lot of puffing, I would say. The attorney who represented the Murdaughs or not the Murdaughs, but the victims of the Alex Murdaugh, the father, where he basically defrauded all of these people out of legal fees that they were due. He's already been quoted as saying, I can't wait to do discovery, and he's going to be sorry that he brought this lawsuit. So there's a lot of puffery, a lot of chest pounding. And obviously, Warner Brothers and Netflix and all of these big entities have basically blank checks when it comes to litigation costs. So they'll probably just try to paper the poor lawyer who's representing Buster Murdaugh to death. And sometimes these cases settle. However, this is such a high-profile case. I can't imagine that they would, unless there's just enormous amounts of money on the table for Buster Murdaugh, I can't imagine he would want to settle it. He probably wouldn't have brought it if he didn't want to pursue it.
Right. And real quickly, I have about 30 seconds left, but what larger message does this send to media companies given the interest in true crime right now? And a lot of it is allegations and theories and mysteries, and you attribute something to someone, but it's hard to know when these are mysteries where the truth is.
Yes, I think it sends the message that you better not use people's lives to make money. These are human beings, and there's no allegation that Buster Murdaugh had anything to do with his father's shenanigans. He wasn't involved in the law firm. He didn't kill his mother or his brother. So to pick on him just because his last name is Murdaugh, if you're a media outlet, is easy fodder. But it just can't happen because these are individuals and they have rights to quiet enjoyment of life just like everyone else.
Wow. This was a web of a case with so many complexities to it involving his father and the death of his mother and brother. We'll be following this closely. Interesting lawsuit with defamation now with Buster. Chandelle Summer, thank you for your perspective.
Thank you.